Yes, my name is Jonathon Marc. I'm running for the State Senate of District 34 of Florida. Today's April 29th, 2014. Today I'll be talking to you about some of the policies and platforms that I plan on implementing as your next state senator. One of the first things that I want to talk to you about is job creation and the economy. There's a lot of talk about it that, has there been a recovery? What's going on? The depression, what's going on in Florida? Houses are being foreclosed on. Banks, mortgage rates are continuing, interest rates are continuing to raise up, and just a lot of the minimum wage is not enough, living wage for people to live on. One of the policies that I plan on implementing is one of the first things I plan on doing is stopping foreclosures on homes, raising the minimum wage to a living wage of $15.50 an hour, and putting in a credit lending institution that can lend to all productive sectors of the economy. So anybody who is a private contractor who wants a loan, you get it at 0% century bonds, basically. So 0% interest rates, and you don't have to pay it back for at least 50 to 100 years. And this can go into physical productivity. So if you want to build up industry, auto plants, you want to, refix anything from rebuilding schools, rebuilding the interstate highways, going to fourth generation nuclear reactors, rebuilding the waterways, getting the hydrophilic acid out of the water supply, as well as sewage systems, rebuilding the roads, having a small and medium construction company, any of those small business things that you want to try out and implement, you can do it, and I will make sure that it's implemented, as well as protecting your small and medium industry by enacting protectionism, which will which will make sure that you don't have to be in competition with cheap slave labor goods overseas and have to deal with these multinational corporations. So where we implement a plan for called protectionism, which is a 15 to 20% tariff on all cheap importing goods, so that your industry won't have to be in competition with such a low slave labor force, where they pay anywhere between 25 cents or $1 an hour, which is overseas to struggling workers. Another thing that I will be doing is making sure that we extend and keep all the social safety nets. So extend and keep Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, as well as for things regarding the banks and everything that regards that, implementing a Glass-Steagall Act that will reinstate a cutoff the investment and the commercial banks, so that these banks don't use your funds to fund their derivatives bubble, which will basically cut off all their fictitious money, their speculative money, which is right now in the range of 2 quadrillion. So yes, that's just some of the things, as well as stopping foreclosures on homes for the next 5 years, or at least until we get a true economic recovery, which right now there has been no recovery. I will also lend a large credit lending institution to projects of great infrastructure. So rebuilding the interstate highways, rebuilding the railway system, moving to high-speed maglev rail, going to fourth generation nuclear reactors, rebuilding the water system, desalinating the water, putting money into scientific research so we can finally cure some of the diseases that have plagued us for the last couple generations, as well as just a boatload of projects that I want to implement that will create a very productive and highly effective economy, and we can move to a full employment, which hasn't been done since 1945, to the point where everybody can be employed. That's one of my goals, as well as a Wall Street sales tax to generate revenue, so we can fund other sources of revenue streams, so that we can put money back into the economy in a more positive way, and we can get the ball rolling, as well as making sure that student loans, more interest rates can go down. This can be done with the Wall Street sales tax, because it'll put revenue into lowering that price for student loans. Thank you. This video.